Ladies, anybody with a uterus, your greatest protection is to love yourself. Love yourself so much that you recognize when it's time to go, it's time to go. Bags are packed. You can cry about it as you were crossing the state line. So this creator made this video, and I just took a screenshot of it because this is really what we need to be focusing on right now. And unfortunately, it is a tale as old as time itself. I told him on our first date I didn't want kids. 6 years later, we're getting a divorce because he couldn't trap me into having kids. And then down here in the description, it says, stay safe out there, ladies. They will lie about anything. Now this, unfortunately, is not a story about love. This is not a boy meets girl and the sun in her eyes and something about a pizza pie. This is not that. This is a story about control. Because she told him on their first date, I don't want kids. And he saw that as a challenge. He said, I bet that I will change her mind or get her to do something that she does not want to do, and that will inflate me for whatever reason. That will make me feel important, feel powerful, feel unstoppable, feel nothing that is vaguely related to a feeling of love. Now, he could have gone out and found a partner that wanted exactly what he wanted if that was something that he actually wanted. But guess what? He didn't do that. He didn't find somebody that was compatible to him. He didn't find somebody who wanted what he wanted. He only wanted the challenge. Now, I have a video somewhere, I will post it right over there, about the caged bird theory. And it is basically talking about how a lot of unfortunately, the vast majority of these men are really looking for somebody that has all of these beautiful, eccentric, vivacious colors and this personality and just this, almost like a wild horse kind of a spirit. Like you just look at it and you go, wow, the majesty, the beauty, and they want to cage it. They want to put it in a cage. They want to put shackles on it so that way they can feel like, wow, I tamed the shrew. I broke the horse. Look at the kind of language that is entrenched in this. Now, unfortunately, for many women and people out there with uteruses, they fall in love with somebody that fell into the dream of power with them. Love on one side, the want of power on the other. And they said, same thing. And then they had kids with this person. And what tends to happen within these kinds of relationships is that once the relationship is conquered, once the spirit is broken, once they got you to compromise in a way that you said you would never do, the chase is done. But now you've got kids. Now they don't necessarily care about the kids because it's more of a trophy to them. How do we know that it's a trophy to them? Because they could have gone and found somebody who wanted kids to the same degree that they did. But they didn't, because it's not about the kids, it's about power. And once they get the thing that makes them feel powerful, and then they feel that power start to diminish because what's the next chase? Then they're just going to go to the next chase that makes them feel powerful. It is the constant seeking of a high. And the only thing that can save you from this, because as she said, men will lie. They will lie. Don't think that they won't lie to you because you're different, because you're special, because you're whatever. They will. They will. But the thing that will keep you as safe as possible is loving yourself. You have to love yourself enough to say, I will not bend my boundaries. I will not change myself. I will not change the essence of who I am. I will remain true to me because I love me. Because why would I want to be anybody other than me? And if the person that I love is being hurt, is being deceived, if somebody wants to change the essence of me, I love me enough to say I have to choose me over whatever this is that is changing around. I feel terrible in this relationship. I feel deceived. I feel like this is not what I signed up for. And I love me enough to say that I gotta go. I love me enough to hold true to my boundaries throughout, to still not have kids throughout. And if that's a thing that you like, if you consider yourself a child-free person, hold true to that throughout. And then to realize, oh, this person is not loving me in the way that this person switched up. I don't like that. Clocking it. I think I gotta go. I think I gotta save me. I gotta put me first, Lucius. That is all you can do to save yourself as best as you can. Love yourself. And if you think, well, I kind of like myself, shouldn't be dating. Shouldn't be dating, shouldn't be engaging with men, because they could, if they are, and listen, a lot of them will manipulate. It says right here, lie about anything. They will, hold up. If you don't know where your hard no's are, if you don't know where you firmly stand on the things that matter most to the essence of who you are, to protect the softest parts of you, to maintain the essence of yourself, they will push a boundary. They will push a boundary. They will dip a toe on the other side of the line just to see how you'll react, to see if they could put a whole foot, to see if they could put pressure, to see if they could shift their body weight, and then all of a sudden they're standing on the other side of that line. If you're like, oh, well, I kind of like myself. Oh, well, these things are like mildly important to me. I don't know how I feel about those. It doesn't matter. Mind you, there's a lot of things that you cannot really know how you feel about that. What's your favorite color? Oh, well, I like a lot of colors. I'm a Libra. I get it. But when it comes to the things that are of importance, when it comes to the things that protect who you are, that you should love about you, if you don't have that down pat, you should not be talking to men. Okay, like I understand when it comes to work and stuff, you could talk to men and all that, but dating, but being engaged, and you don't have a sure footing on where you are, because if you don't, this could happen to anybody. And this doesn't necessarily have to just be kids. This could be about where you live, what your job is, if you work, if you have a savings account. This could be about monogamy. This could be about your health. This could be about your sexual safety. This could be about a whole bunch of things. What are your lines in the sand? Because they will push. Do you have the answer? Can you say a hard no? If you cannot say a hard no with your chest and stand on it, you should not be dating men. This lady, I don't know this lady. This lady, she knows what a hard no is. She knew where her line in the sand was when it came to the things that were of the most importance to her. She put her first, Lucius. And I don't know if she cried that day, the next day, or if she ever cried, but I know that she is protecting herself and the life that she wants to live, that she has integrity to herself. She's holding herself accountable and making a choice that is in alignment with who she knows herself to be. And that probably hurts that man's feelings. And that's okay. And that's okay. But these are my thoughts. One thing about me, my name's just Shayna. That's all I got. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please type them in the comment section. Also, hello, for those of you who are new here, my name is Shayna. I'm a journalist. I talk a lot about decentering men and child-free living on this platform. But if you're interested in my courses, or if you would like to give me a gift, ways to do that are in the description. But above all else, please be safe out there.